What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more electronic. And we're returning to Twisted Tenderness, 1999. Thank you again to Chris, as well as to Han Solo and Eric, all of whom have provided the substance of the electronic deep dive. And the next tune is Can't Find My Way Home. So I'm inclined to see it on first glance visually, the idea of someone who's lost and who cannot make their way back to their home, whether that be home in a physical sense, a literal house or other building, whether it's home in terms of their hometown or the place they came from originally. But of course, it could go more conceptual or figurative than that, the idea of home being a place of solace and refuge within yourself, or home to a relationship or a connection that used to be significant but is no longer. I feel like the likelihood is metaphor will be involved. Are you leaving again? No, just repositioning. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if this is on some level psycho-emotional, but of course it could function on both levels, meaning it could be about not being able to get back to where you were, and whether that's a situation, a relationship, an actual physical place, or an emotional location within yourself. I would expect there to be some measure of nuance to the meaning. Let's give it a listen. This is electronic. The track is Can't Find My Way Home, and it's from their 1999 album Twisted Tenderness. knew for a fact, I guess I'll put "knew" in scare quotes because I didn't actually know, but I was convinced that one would end with a proper ending, not a fade out, and it did such. So yeah, like I just first have to say how impressed and intrigued I am by the way, with their first album having given the name of the group an understandably very electronic, like synth dance driven sound, how diverse their music has been since then. I mean, Raise the Pressure, I feel like it was a bit more diverse, and I feel like with this album now, there's no expectations when a tune of theirs starts at this point, just because I've heard, alternative stylings. I mean, this one here, I'd say it was part electronica, part synth rock, part hip hop or at least trip hop, part folk pop. Like it really had some different layers and it all came together very compellingly. And again, you had some electronic sounds with a bit of edge and twist to them. You had a folk pop style like acoustic guitar. You had some like turntablism, trip hop, hip hop style effects along the way, including fragmented vocals, repeated vocals, echoed sounds, giving it a bit of space and almost like psychedelic feel. And again, like a synth rock type of sound. I mean, there were points during the song where I was like, oh, I could almost hear this in some ways as being like an Aha song from the very early 2000s or something. But I could also hear it maybe like a bit of U2, and then, but I can still hear the sounds that I've come to know as characteristic of electronic, and maybe to a slightly lesser extent New Order before them. Side note, that does bring to mind, someone commented on one of my New Order reactions, I forget which one it was as I sit here, but it was like earlier today or maybe last night, and it was like, I enjoy that you're going through both bands, but I just wanted to say, you strike me more as a Joy Division guy than a New Order guy, which I found very funny. Like, I started deep diving through New Order way before, and I haven't heard that much of Joy Division yet, though I very much love what I've heard so far. But I was curious as to, what aspect of my comments, my demeanor, maybe my appearance, my attire, led to them saying that I looked more Joy Division than New Order. But either way, I'm loving electronic, and again, this album is crazy dynamic and seemingly quite far stylistically from the self-titled album. So yeah, I'm enjoying their evolution and their different explorations of sound and synthesis of various stylings. I'll admit on this one, lyrically, I didn't catch much, partly because I was so keyed into the different parts of the sonics, and obviously I heard the title phrase, but yeah, I think I heard, what was it? Oh, that there was like a keyword, what was it? It was like wasting. It was like, I don't know if it was wasting time or wasting breath, but I think there was something using that word, which obviously, that sounds like regret. That sounds like a step or an action in the wrong direction as you then see it retrospectively. So I do wonder if that was really there and what the larger context is. I look forward to any comments. Obviously, I will re-listen. But yeah, a really cool tune. Let me know what you think. I'll see you for the next one. Peace.